Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a Trunet, and welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War, where you may notice a slight propensity towards cities in negative growth, some population decreasing there. Yeah, that's because we're now in the middle of the Black Death. The Black Death has showed up, and the Black Death, I love the Black Death, by the way. I don't think I actually pointed this out when it began, but the Black Death is absolutely marvellous, because the Black Death is a really amazing leveler. Because, say, for the smaller factions, the Black Death is a minor inconvenience. Just, you know, break up a couple of units to offset the reduction in your tax base, you're absolutely fine. But for a massive empire like mine, the Black Death is absolutely crippling, because the amount of tax you lose means you actually start breaking apart entire armies, potentially, unless you want your surplus to completely evaporate in the long term. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it can leave large empires extremely vulnerable, potentially. So yeah, right now this kind of adds a bit of a time limit to the Mongol War. We need to clear these guys out before all my Middle Eastern settlements become infected with the plague. Some of them already are, and yeah, we need to basically clear these guys out with these standing armies. Otherwise, they're going to start causing trouble for us. Though this does actually lead to some interesting other stuff, which is, one, we've actually got flipping... Actually, this settlement is not plaguey, which is marvellous. Oh, yes, it is. Sorry. I thought there wasn't a rat there. Then it turned out there was. It was just hidden beneath the under siege thing for a moment. Yeah, we've got a force here that previously would very easily have been able to see off the invading Byzantine forces that I flipping paid for, damn it. But unfortunately, this force is just going to get weaker and weaker and weaker over time. So it'll be interesting to see this. Also, this is a... hang on, this is a... It's a citadel with ballista towers. Fine. The towers alone should be able to handle it. However, if, as what appears to be the case here, the Emperor himself, backed up by, yep, another full-stack army, albeit a damaged one, and then another damaged full-stack army, and then also just a half-stack just coming to support them. So 3.5 stacks are coming at Sofia. Sofia does not even have ballista towers yet. It's got a citadel, but it's also under the effect of the plague, so we might have a game on our hands here, folks. Because, yeah, defending Sofia might be a little bit on the challenging side, more than you'd think for a citadel. Hopefully they wait for another couple of turns to the ballista towers finish, but I wouldn't flipping bank on it. Meanwhile, over in Spain, yeah, we've got some armies out on the field and thus not currently impacted by the plague, which is marvellous. Just slap down some extra watchtowers so you can see what's bloody going on in this part of the world. Okay, we can block off the reinforcements coming from the south, but, unfortunately, things continue to go a little bit on the slow side around here. The Moorish faction leader. He might be about to attack this city. If he attacks this city, that's going to get interesting. This place... Actually, no. This place is, luckily, not plaguey. It might well be next turn. And it's got ballista, but not cannon towers. But it is just a normal city. The garrison here, however, is significant. That'll be interesting. Well, actually, no. He's got the really stupid army of nothing but flipping trebuchets. Yeah, actually, that will be a really interesting one if he decides to attack next turn. I'll be looking forward to that indeed. But you see, the plague also kind of introduces certain opportunities, which is, yeah, like citadels that used to be really well defended, now you know their garrisons are within a few turns going to be like half strength. So potentially it does offer a good opportunity to just get in and do some good damage. And speaking of which, you know what? There's not much point you guys actually being here and just taking damage in a plaguey city. So even though this is kind of spreading the plague is just kind of spreading itself, to be honest, so it's fine. Let's just leave you two guys right over here. That's fine. And let's instead just go and basically invade, yeah, some more territory. Nice. Sadly, you can't actually quite get in to there right now. But let's just keep knocking out the Sicilian states. Marvellous. And don't forget, even though there's a plague going on, Admiral John, get over to Kaffa and deal with those guys. Should be able to take care of that nice and easily. Yeah, that'll be just flipping lovely. You just get on with all of that. Thank you. 4 ladders will do for you. Yeah. There's not much here. These guys are being plagued. You're not. By the way, Captain Edmund, you might end up... Sorry, Emund, my mistake. You might actually possibly end up catching the plague as a result of that. But that's fine. Let's just slowly wipe out the Venetians. They've also got one force out here, who being on the open field is not currently a plague carrier, because he was out in the open before the plague started. So his army's fine. His army's 100% fine. And that's one of my assassins. Can I take this guy? No. 8 flipping %. I'm not going to take you out. Okay. The Mongol situation. We need to figure out who's going to attack who. Because I suspect this guy here is strong enough to push straight in. Actually, what else have we got here? We've got... Okay. Technically, we do have more missile cavalry. That might not be the worst thing in the world. In fact, yeah, you know what? I'm going to merge some of these guys together to make space for some missile cavalry in this army. Because we'll have the same number of archers on the field, so it'll be fine. There we go, got space for you. Missile cavalry is always good for chasing off other missile cavalry. Now, bear in mind, their best army is hanging out at the back over here, albeit it's still not great. And then there's this force right here that's okay but not spectacular. It's a little bit lower. I'd say this guy wants to come to this spot and attack. Actually, doesn't matter where he's standing. If he's standing here, I think that should pull in 2 of the remaining standing Mongol forces. If we can win against, I think this is the 2, because it's going to be him and also him, and that's going to be a lot. Yep, they're willing to do it. Now, if I can just win against this force, and that should be manageable, then as a result of that, we're looking really good. Because, yeah, this is just their leader, but he's got flipping nothing. So nothing to worry about there. And then it's just... Actually, it's quite infantry heavy. But then, that means it's lacking in cavalry, which works for me. Oh, hello. Hello, sexy. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Because guess which side of the battlefield the reinforcements are coming from? That's right. It's over flipping here. Oh, yeah. Let's just get the eye view of the reinforcements here. So they need to come from down over... Yeah, basically they're going to be coming in from over here-ish. And they need to climb up to... Oh my. How do you even... Wait, can they even make it? That's basically sheer cliff. That's sheer cliff as well. Okay. There's a slight path up there. Fine. And then there's also a path... Oh my goodness. Oh, this literally is the perfect battlefield. Oh, this is just absolutely flipping marvellous. If we just basically run over to, like, here-ish, yeah, then we just basically draw up here and we just start shooting down. Oh, my goodness, yes. All we need to do is rush forward and take out the starting force, and we are good. Right, let's do this. Oh, this is going to be glorious. Alright, just group them like this. Let's see where the small starting force is. And yeah, you're coming from over there, that's fine. And you guys are over here. That's alright. All I need to do at this point is basically draw up about... Problem is, flipping rocks are going to get in the way here. That'll do. That'll do as a starting point right there. Everyone just basically head over there and take out these lads. Though, if you could be a bit... That works better for me, actually, yeah. All of you guys like that. Everyone flipping run, alright? Just get forward and just basically completely nail these bastards. Who are now kind of stuck trying to walk up. Oh, this is amazing. This is actually amazing. And where are the main forces? There they are. Oh, you stupid bastards. And it's going to take them a while to get into this battlefield. Okay, we can wipe out Force 1 and then figure out what the best place to draw up is. But this is going to be flipping amazing. So these guys are already going to be... Yeah, lots of these guys are already in range. My guys just need to finish getting into their positions right now. Are they almost there? Yeah, they're almost there already. That's fine. They're kind of sideways, but it doesn't really matter so much because they're just going to get basically open shots against all of this. There's the bodyguard. There's Mongol infantry. Now, we're starting to get some shots in. Question is, can we actually hit these guys? Generally, archers do a good job shooting over the top of things. It's kind of crossbow and artillery that struggle with the rest of it. So... They're backing off at this point. Right, I need to pull forward. I need to figure out where these guys are going to be. Because if I could just basically get myself into a good position round about here-ish. Yeah, this would do. This would flipping do. Alright, everyone just keep moving forward, please. I honestly don't actually care so much about these bastards. There's only so much they can do when we have this level of high ground. So just start moving in this direction. In fact, actually, you know what? I'm going to send... How much is even here? It's not much. I'm just basically going to send these guys down over here to try and chase off the Mongol heavy archers while shooting them down. And then these guys can just basically take out these guys. And we can have supporting fire from up here. So these guys should be able to help out pretty easily. And yeah, there we go. So there'll be some supporting fire coming on over there. There's tons of fire coming in into the back of these lads. These guys are just going to chase these guys down the hill. But you can just see the pathing around these rocks and these narrow inclines is really bad for the AI, which is going to slow down the reinforcement army massively, which is just going to be flipping hilarious. So those guys were on 21. They're down to 20 and 18, sorry, 17, and they're just continuing to be shot as well. Down to, yeah, 15. Technically, they are eager. And we're going to take some damage. I'm going to be shot in the back by mine. Ooh! Those guys are actually trying to do... Oh, they're trying to charge in. Bless you, you magnificent bastards. That's just brave. Right, okay. Get some infantry forward here. This is dismounted feudals. They will do the job. They will do the flipping job for the time being. Just for safety, I'm going to have a couple of you guys basically move over to here. And George is going to run over there and start shooting their bodyguard in the flank just to make sure. But that should be absolutely fine. We'll take some light knocks here. But for the most part, that should be okay. Right, you guys, fire over there. You guys, fire over there. There we are. Now we've got 2 units who have got a direct shot into the flank of their bodyguard. Some of them are firing at a stupid angle anyway. This guy's got so much armor, he'll kind of be able to shrug some of this off, but he won't be able to keep doing it forever. Like, you can see these guys starting to become bloodied. They will lose their hit points and start going down pretty fast. In fact, actually, they're already deciding they want to back off on this occasion. That's fine. And those guys are shooting up a hill, which isn't going to work particularly well for them. Bodyguard down from 38 to 35 in just a moment there. And now, yeah, these guys. Which direction are you trying to go in? Because you are... Okay, you're going up this way right now. We need to keep an eye on this guy, figure out where he wants to go. Because I don't think he might have a path up here, actually. We need to keep an eye on that just in case. But, for the most part, should be able to take care of this. Yeah, now these guys have got a good shot at the bodyguard again, who's come up for seconds. Right now, he's at 27. And now going to be shot. Lovely. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Starting to go down very fast. 27 down to 24. Yeah, that's how you fight a flipping bodyguard, alright? That's much flipping better. And he's already just shaken. This was their... Oh, yeah, this is actually their king. This is actually the enemy king. I'm using the term king correctly for once. This is, well, technically it's a Khan, I suppose. It's a kind of king, I suppose. Where are you, by the way? Oh, you already won. Well, if you've already won, could you please, like, go and take care of these guys, please? Because they're causing me a bit of trouble. So you guys just go and take care of these guys. The bodyguard has managed to flee away, and I think he's now trying to get onto these Norse archers. No, he's not. No, he's going for a charge. He's going for a charge against something. It's a slightly odd charge, but whatever. In comes my actual missile cavalry. Slammed into the Mongol infantry. Has done barely any damage whatsoever. They don't really have much of a charge bonus. Right, okay. And now bodyguard at shaken and 6. Get on top of these guys. Just start chopping them. And oh yeah, losing strength so quickly. Steady, which is remarkable. I think they're down to 4. And I don't see the 4th. Yeah, there we go. I thought that ought to be a 3. So, shoot those guys. And now these guys are going... Where are you going? Ooh, this is intriguing. Looks like you might be coming up here. Right, it's time to reposition ready for the main army. There's the king.
Lies dead.
Lovely.
Slain by our warriors.
So... Now, we just want to move forward a bit further. Move forward a bit further over here. Everyone just wants to move forward, with the exception of this horse, who I want to actually head over to. I'd like to... Oh. Hello, are you... Okay, you've fallen apart already. You have not. The Mongol infantry has not fallen apart yet. So let's just basically go and... take care of them, please. Thank you. And do it at speed. Thank you very much. Have you guys actually got a shot down the hill? Yes, they do. So my archers at this point do have a shot, but it feels like they're actually not... No, they don't have the right shot yet. They're not far forward enough. Okay. The problem is I need to get these guys into a position where they can actually shoot down. Okay. If I get you to about here, and you lot just forward to more like here-ish. Come on. Play ball with me here. I might need to move these guys individually, one by one, to get them into a good position. Just because sometimes it's a bit funny on cliff faces. Right, okay, and then more like you, and then more like you. That's more like it. That's more flipping like it. There we go. Right, everyone move forward to a new position. And by the way, if they're actually trying to come this way, then it seems logically sound that they'll have to come up via... I think this pass over here. I think you're safe to basically move into a defensive position in... bloody rocks. There we go. That'll do. I think they're trying to get up here. Yep, there they go. Right, okay. So, Mongol heavy archers. Now my troops are going to be in a better position to start shooting down all these guys. Yeah, that's much better. That's much flipping better. Now, everyone should be capable of just shooting down from the top of this hill. And there's not much you guys are going to be able to do about it. And if you guys are actually trying to make it up here and then down and around, these troops should block you up very nicely indeed. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now we've got the hail of arrows that we wanted. Lovely. So now, what are you guys planning to... Ooh, hello. You guys are now heading around this way. Okay. That's absolutely fine. You guys want to head around this way. That is fine. Let's just quickly draw up around here. And if we want to basically bait them in this direction, then they're welcome to flipping try it. What are you guys doing, by the way? Hang on. You over there. Go and just see off these guys, please. I want these guys out of the way. And you, by the way, should not be firing over there. You should be firing, like, over here at this point. So all of you, just basically keep firing over here. Are you firing? Yeah, okay, fine. These guys are now firing from this position into this mess of troops, which is beautiful. So now it's just fire and counter-fire, but the supporting fire coming from up on the ridge. So if we just kind of follow these guys around, oh yeah. Yeah. There's the nice little kind of breadcrumb of corpses. Also, they've been split in two. But that's absolutely fine, because I've got these forces up here ready to basically block off this. So that's their actual bodyguard. They've actually got a bodyguard coming up this way. This guy coming up over here. These guys, they want to try and advance, are going to be going uphill, and quite a steep hill as well. So, okay, what have we actually got left? That is a bodyguard, which is a little bit concerning. But it looks like they're going to get themselves caught on here. And with archer support, should be a-okay. Where are you guys firing, by the way? You guys are actually firing down over there. I'd rather you guys fired over here for the time being. And do I want to commit my general? Also, what's going on over on this side? These archers are starting to come under attack. So I'm going to pull these guys back over here while these guys do good work. And hopefully they're doing good work, right? Yes, some of them have got a decent shot. The topography's eating some of the arrows, but it's basically okay. And these guys, sorry, you guys have to stand there to basically buy me time. What are you guys doing, by the way? You guys actually keep skirmish mode on, and then just basically try and take out what even is left at this point. Actually, there's some guys over here that can't be feeling great about life. Go and hit them, lovely. And skirmish mode off, why not? So, what else do we have? We've got, yeah, the archers trying to flee up here. Mongol heavy lancers, fine. We'll be able to take those guys out with a bit of supporting fire. With, yeah, dismounted feudals. That'll be fine. These guys are taking a lot of damage. Right, back over to this front. Now, there's a bodyguard. Is the bodyguard trying to get over to my general? Is that what... I think that's what's trying to happen here. Right, I don't want to do that. I would rather you guys actually just... Yeah, I'm just going to get my general safely away, because that's totally an assassination attempt. So let's get my general... No! I just said do not engage him. Okay? It's fine. So one of you guys just get down over here. You guys get over here. At this point, their bodyguard is badly isolated, and I can just basically get over here and actually get some charges into him. Because he's going to go down pretty quickly. He's trying to pursue, officially... Is he trying to pursue... I think he's trying to pursue my general. I think that is actually what's happening here. So I'm just going to basically lead him round. I'm going to assume my archers are doing a competent enough job at this exact moment in time. And I'm just going to basically use this to...
Our men have slain the Saracen general.
Nice, okay, I thought he was a bit more isolated than that, but apparently he's just gone down. Because that's definitely, yep, 2 generals dead. So now let's actually just get a good charge in. Lancers down, lads, into the back of these guys. Your general unit is now falling apart and will now cease to exist. And now it should just be a case of mopping up. Lovely. This has been good. My Norse archers still look like they're in good shape to me. Where are you, by the way? I told you to come over here. Okay, seriously, I did. That was the thing I did. There's still some heavy lancers around, but at this point, my archers should just be able to chase them off. Ooh, you've actually been broken because you're exhausted. You know what? Fair enough. So everyone else is just moving around here. What are you doing? Why are you running? Stop and fire, please. And same for you. Everyone who's running right now, just like, don't. Just basically stand still and chill out. Because now, we can take out these guys. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Hang on, let's go over to these guys. Oh, my. Oh, you've got to love shooting people from atop a completely impassable ridge. That's just glorious and sexy and wonderful. Right. What else needs to be taken out here? I might just actually send my general to go mop up some of these lads over here, just to make sure everything's okay. In fact, actually, there's some Mongol infantry 44. I'm going to send my general over towards that as a starting point. There's the remnants of this. You try and block off this route if you can. Actually, that's bodyguard. He doesn't matter because he'll cease to exist because he's actually dead, the main guy. Now, thanks to the hills, it's now going to work kind of against me in the pursuit. Some of these guys are going to get away at this point, but this was one of only 2 decent strength armies the Mongols had left. Like, pretty soon, they're going to have nothing but trash. Though, actually, They've only lost 70% of the army. I was kind of hoping for more of a wipeout than that, but tragically, they've kind of started pulling out at a fairly sensible time. So, if we're lucky, some of you guys are still shooting, right? Yeah, no, wait, hang on, that's rain, not arrows. Those are different things. Bare minimum, my general should be able to hit these Mongol infantry at this point and just kind of roll it up in some Mongol foot archers, yeah. We'll be able to clear out these lads, so we should be able to get a little bit more dead yet at least. Although I say that, if they refuse to break, I can't really actually run through them. And pursuit has always been a little bit fiddly in Medieval 2. Come on, just start whacking them down. They're shaking, they're not even wavering. And until they break, you can't just, like, you know, mop them up really quickly and easily. So we might get a few of them down. There we go. That's it. You got on top of them now. Okay, now they're broken. No, continue the battle. Continue the battle. Now forward. Forward, forward, forward. Just basically run straight through these bastards. That'll be the most efficient way of running them down. So straight through, straight through, straight through. And once we're a bit more on top of them, why are none of the rest of you getting involved in this process? Gosh darn it. We actually had them on the run and then you failed to... Well done, you stupid bastards. Now, based on what's actually going on here, yeah, we should be... Oh, yeah. We've still got 1,800 troops. We are still a combat-ready force here. And those guys should be... Well, actually, we need to see where they flee. Because the direction they flee, by the way, you're being executed. Sorry. That army ceases to exist. This army should still have enough strength to continue existing in some capacity. Which way is it going to go? It's gone miles off in that direction. Okay. In which case, we might need to... If we just close the trap at this point. If we just basically move in from all sides. Because he's standing right next to Aleppo. We could pull in King Thorgils. But I kind of don't want to pull in King Thorgils. Because if I do, he'll be AI controlled. And AI controlled generals just love suiciding for no reason. This guy would be a good reinforcing force. We can just... Okay. Possibly this isn't the right place for a cardinal. We might need... This guy can't get past... This guy can't get past here. Okay. If I was to move but then this guy can't get anywhere close enough to the battle. If I want to bring all these forces in, then what I'd need to do would be... Okay. This is going to be it. Though they probably will refuse to give battle, but if they do, that's fine. This will either they'll give battle and will massively outnumber them, or they'll actually be forced to back off. So, what I want to do is, I want to attack this guy, and him to pull in all the squares around him, which is this 4 that are highlighted as red circles there. He'll pull in those guys. So, if I pull you round to here, and you round to here, now all of a sudden, we've got flipping 4 armies ready to go. Not the best armies, but they'll flipping do the job. What happened to you, by the way? You became, a proven commander while flipping done. And yeah, one of the armies actually disappeared. Right, Thorkel, would you like to be the man who avenges our handsome, handsome fallen General Godfred? Because I think you flipping would. Come on, do you want to do this? Please tell me they're going to give battle. Please tell me they're going to give battle. Because this would be a ludicrously big battle if they did. No, they're backing off. Okay. If he backs off, I don't know if that means the rest of them have to back off too. And at this point... okay. Now things get interesting. Now this guy can't refuse battle, because he's been chased off. So, what if I just move... Yeah, now if I move you forward 1 space... If I move this guy forward 1 space, we're slowly boxing him in. Sooner or later, they will have no choice but to give battle. Now, you could... I think you're already in range if I was to attack this main guy. That should be good enough. So, yeah, now you attack this guy. He probably will not be willing to give battle either, because it's the same battle as before. And no, he's not willing to give battle either. Now, which way's he going to go? Because at this point, I just need to start... Right, okay. Now that guy's... Oh, right, okay, right. Now, the problem is you can't actually turn the camera around in Medieval 2. It's stuck always at the south, so it can be hard to figure out what's where. Now, those 2 guys now cannot refuse to give battle again. So what I probably want to do is I want to bring this force around to here. So that force is now next to that guy. If either of these 2 guys are offered battle, they cannot refuse. Okay, what I probably want to do next is, yeah, I want to attack this guy, because then that gets him out of the way, and then these guys have mobility again. Because this guy will definitely not want to give battle. So let's just now offer battle to this guy, and he'll run off somewhere. Then all of them will be no longer allowed to refuse, but it should open up a new path around here. So, yeah, he now backs off, and he's going to go, I would imagine, directly to the space to the north of... no! He's naffed off way over there. Okay, he got to back off way more, which is fine. That's just reinforcements that are getting involved here. And Carl Milling wants revenge, damn it. So Carl Milling might well have his revenge yet. Okay, these two guys are now standing next to each other. Beautiful. So, and also there's another force up here, but that's a small force. Right. All we need to do now is pretty much, this guy should be allowed to offer battle to here. Right, if he offers battle to these guys, they have no choice but to accept. And it should bring in Captain Jesper up here. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Right. Withdraw from that battle. No. I've had enough of being massively outnumbered. I think it's time for you guys to be the ones who are massively outnumbered, actually. So, just move this guy a couple of steps north. Lovely. Yep, that will do right there. So a couple of steps north over in this direction. And now you can just basically step over to this spot. And you can step over to this spot. And now, my good man, you are so utterly amazingly boned. So at this point, yeah, Thorkel is leading the main force. And 3 reinforcement forces are being brought in. I would like every single one of these armies to be AI controlled, please, because I'd like every single one of them to get involved. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think we can handle this, thank you. Absolutely flippin' marvellous. Oh, yeah. You know what, Mongols? It's time for you to have a taste of being at the mercy of a flipping horde, alright? Oh, and we've got a lovely sunset for the battle too. Marvellous. Pretty flat battlefield, nothing too major. Let's just draw things up over here. And yeah, pretty much we're just going to march forward into range and also let our reinforcements help out too. Right, everyone drawn up? Begin the battle. And oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. Okay, so it looks like all the reinforcements are actually arriving. Yep, lovely. Oh my. Oh, flipping my. Yeah, there are now flipping 4 reinforcement armies arriving. And some of the reinforcement armies are so far over there that they're actually arriving pretty close by to our guys. So I'm not sure what the bloody AI is going to try and do with all of this. Oh, this is amazing. This is actually amazing. So we'll keep an eye on this because I think we've got enough troops to win. I think we've just about got enough troops to win here. So, you guys just basically, yeah. Everyone just run forward, please. Get into range of the Mongol infantry and take them out as quickly as you can. In fact, actually, you know what? I'm going to see if I can just kind of chase these guys off by hitting them with missile cavalry. So, obviously, skirmish mode off there. So, those guys are just going to charge through there, and they're just going to buy some time. I'm going to take some light knocks from these groups, but other than that, this should not be anything major. And these guys are basically just buying time while the rest of my archers get into position here. So, you guys can now just start firing. And yeah, those guys are now starting to flee immediately. And we can hit them in the back, which will not do much, but it'll do enough to just basically distract them for the time being. Now, while that's happening, and while my archers just tear apart these lads, opening up a fresh perspective here, what have we got over here? So we've got a bunch of, yeah, horse archers and light lancers coming over here. But I think we've got a flipping... oh, bloody hell. The Mongols are already kind of vaguely poking in over here. Those guys are pursuing but also shaken. Marvellous. Meanwhile, over on this side, yeah, there's also some horse archers over on this flank who have decided to come over to this reinforcing army. Weirdly, the Norse archers have not decided to actually, like, start shooting or anything. They've just decided to stand and take it, which is fascinating. Presumably over here, we're doing pretty well. Let's just see these guys off, please. Yeah, pretty much it's just fire and counterfire, so we just need to slowly wear these guys down. If we can, I'd like to chase off these guys, because hopefully they're in skirmish mode. So, are you guys going to... yep, those guys are going to start running away immediately, and boom! Straight into the side of them.
Enemy general is slain.
Lovely. Enemy general happened to go down to that charge. So these guys will break momentarily at this point. Just pull these guys out. They're shaken. They're shaken. Reinforcements are coming in. Yeah, the actual reinforcing force has generally basically decided it's going to try and split itself over 3 different fronts. And that's not even all of it. There's more coming in from this direction. So let's check what the situation is over here. Actually, embarrassingly, this reinforcement army is doing terribly because it refuses to flip and fire. There's the trebuchet. Mongol light lancers have managed to get on top of some Norse archer AI reinforcements. We might actually have to do some of this work ourselves here, because the AI doesn't seem to be aware that its Norse archers are, in fact, you know, archers. Luckily, these guys are being worn down, and it looks like there is actually some good damage going on over here. Yeah, you guys have done some good damage. Marvellous. So at this point, yeah, the reinforcement army is just fragmented. It's all over the place. Looks like most of it's headed over to this reinforcing army. We've got more reinforcements yet. You guys probably want to back off, to be honest. In fact, you're probably going to break. No, you're shaken, but you're not actually wavering yet. No, they did indeed break. Fine. But at this point, though reinforcements have indeed just shown up, we have got plenty of Norse archers to return. Apparently, we're not in range. Marvellous. Right, everyone, just further forward a bit, please. Everyone just a bit further forward. Everyone into position. What are you guys even firing at, by the way? I think there's some dismounted Huskars going on a mission to try and take out these here trebuchets and whatever. But they've been slowed down by Mongol foot archers in an actual melee. So we really ought to be able to win that. But it looks like some of my guys are genuinely going down because they're terrible at everything. Luckily, there's... Actually, it looks like the Mongols have actually cleared out the reinforcement army on this side. Broadly, that's been pretty much put to flight and has naffed off. So they've managed to break army number 1. Luckily, I brought 3 more. So my archers are now in position to basically start tearing apart these guys, which is very, very welcome indeed. So these archers will not stand up to... No. They're breaking pretty fast. This force is doing much better over in this corner. This force is just slowly pushing forward here. They are actually using... Oh, good. This force has remembered that Norse archers are, in fact, archers. Those horse archers have been driven off. There's some Mongol foot archers over here. And yeah, basically under the cover of the Norse archers, dismounted feudals are trying to come in. Ouch, the artillery. I think the artillery actually did some damage to your own guys there. No, that's definitely one of mine, but I think they did take out a Mongol infantry at the same time. And, ooh, close. Almost hit your own lads there. Who's actually died, by the way? Oh, yeah, just the captain of the first force. So at this point, these lads are probably ready to just be... Yeah, charged at, to be perfectly honest. We're probably being a bit slow here. We'd be doing better off actually just pushing forward. So that's probably what we're actually going to do at this point. Let's actually just start basically moving forward pretty nice and slow. But at the same time, just basically send... Actually, you know what? For once, my general can get involved. These guys are down to 10. And yeah, I think with the good charge bonus off a general, I can actually risk my general taking care of a bit of that. Especially as 3 knights of actual mercenaries are coming in to try and help out. Oh! That guy, his flag just kind of bumped a bit. Lovely. Right, he's shaken. What else have we got over here? Ah! So the force that basically has taken out this army is now moving over to this one, but is unfortunately not thrilled about life. Lovely. Oh, this is marvellous. This is just flipping chaos. Right, you managed to chase off these lads. Now just hit these guys too. If you can, get your lancers down. Some of you have got lancers down. I think you gave up on the lancers though. Okay. That force is now looking pretty good. What's over here? That's missile cavalry, so don't worry about that. Instead, with those guys actually cleared out, what's going on? There's a bodyguard over there. A bodyguard fighting dismounted Huskars. They're not doing well, though, but they have softened up the bodyguard a little bit. Reinforcements coming in. It looks like this corner force might actually be able to clear out the majority of it right now. So I just need to basically move over here to reinforce as quickly as I can. So all of you guys just basically move into this position. Everyone run, please. Thank you very much. And then there's a couple of forces over here. There's 1 unit of missile cavalry, but yeah, this force decided to actually stop and shoot them down. So they are at 30 and going down very, very fast indeed. The Norse archers tearing that apart. Oh, this is beautiful. They've decided to form a firing circle. Not sure that's going to work for them. Oh, flipping dear. Oh, in we go. In we flipping go. That's the bodyguard. Right, okay. Everyone, just turn your fire over to like whatever you got a shot at. Because I'm pretty sure right now you've got a shot at... Oh, not quite. You're not quite in the range you need right now. Everyone just a bit further forward. Come on, come on, come on. We can actually help. We can actually help deal with the bodyguard. So everyone just run over here and take care of him, please. He's down to 34, 33 and going down fast. Oh, yeah. We're actually in a position to, I believe, assist. Yep, fine. Lovely. So, you two guys, now just everyone should be in position to. You guys stop. Yeah, marvellous. So I believe at this point my guys can actually assist with the taking out of the enemy bodyguard. Is this actually the last... Oh, hang on. while there's still a couple of armies dotted around, this might actually be the last general. Is this going to be the end? I can't remember whether they've got another general or whether this is actually the end of all their generals. Ooh, interesting question. I'm not 100% sure. So their bodyguard's charging in. That's fine. I've got some infantry to go and answer that with. Let's just get my own general around the back here. And the air reinforcement is also bringing in something to help out there. Lovely. You guys just basically get around here and start shooting at whatever you've got a shot at. My general's going around over here. Someone take out the bloody trebuchet, please. Can someone just get on the bloody trebuchet? Because I feel like you should have done by now. Nope, they've decided to naff off. In which case, my archers actually have a... Oh my. Oh, that's a lot of arrows, yes. That's a beautifully large amount of arrows. Right, you guys, just start shooting at him, please. And I'd say it's time for... What was your name again? Were you Thorgils or Thorkills? Probably Thorgils. I think that was your name. Right, get over there and get on top of him, please. Actually, get around the back of him properly. I think he's... That should be a decent enough angle. Are these guys mine? Those guys are mine. Right, get around the back of this leader. Let's just flipping finish him off. And in come the lancers and in come the arrows. And oh no, I don't think you're going anywhere, mate. I think this is where you flip and die. And there he goes. Though I actually think that was actually done by my archers, not by Thorgils. So at this point, oh, there's so many troops. There's so many troops. It's like I've brought my own Mongol horde. Though admittedly, most of one of the armies routed, but honestly, I don't care. It's absolutely fine. So he's now dead. That was their leader. Beautiful. Actually, I don't think I've killed whoever their current factionary is. So I think there might still be one leader out there somewhere. And I think pretty much that's your lot. This is broadly the end of the Mongols. There might still be some mopping up to do. But I think that's everything. In fact, actually, why haven't we won? I would have thought we'd have won by now. This force is... Yep, there we go. Job flipping done. He was technically... yeah, he was actually fighting to the death rather than routing. So he didn't quite count for that purpose. Right. So well done. Also, you've picked a really, really bad angle to try and flee the battlefield through. Oh, you've picked a bad, bad direction. Just so you know, also, well, he's picked an okay direction. He's basically just put my own arrow fire on my own general. Well done. So, that's your flipping lot, I'd say, because I feel like these guys aren't going to take any more damage. Let's get this sorted out then.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
No, he was Thorkill, sorry. He was actually Thorkill. He was, it's Thorgils is my faction leader. Thorgils the mighty. No, Thorgils the lawgiver. Thorgils the lawgiver, don't forget his name. Right, so, yeah. One force was pretty badly damaged and actually fled. So we'll execute Captain Christopher for, you know, cowardice. But everyone else gets medals. And by the way, you're not getting any of these guys back either. So, one force goes down. And actually, possibly all these forces go down. No, not all of them. And, oh, I think that was the last leader. Oh, yes! Ho ho! That was the last leader. All of the remaining forces were captains only. Faction destroyed. The Mongols. The long legacy of these people has at last come to an end by your hands. Okay, we've done it. We've actually taken out the Mongols, and we did it pretty much in the open field. We did pretty much all in the open field, actually. We didn't actually have a single big Citadel battle. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? That just isn't right. That's not right at all. So, if you'll excuse me, right now, we just need to slip into a nice, comfy, alternate dimension. You see, I think it would be quite frankly remiss of me, having built up all these citadels with cannon towers, to not allow you to see what happens when one army guarding a citadel with cannon towers goes up against 3 full-stack Mongol forces trying to take said citadel. So, in custom battle mode, that's exactly what I've set up. I've given myself what I believe to be a fairly representative army of the sort of army I was actually using for the most part. A general's bodyguard, pretty much half of it being Norse archers, and then just a handful of heavy infantry, together with 2 units of feudal knights. I've given the archers a bonus in armor, because pretty much all of my archers did have bonus in armor, because you just need like really basic level stuff for that. And I've given my knights a tiny bit of experience, because I'm pretty sure I've got faction-wide boost to knights from somewhere or other. Because I'm pretty sure all my knights were spawning with some experience. And as for the Mongols, I've tried to give them a fair representative army as well. Some of the forces a bit more on the kind of cavalry side with plenty of heavy lancers and heavy horse archers. Some of them I've actually given, in fact actually I've given the artillery 2 trebuchets and 2 rocket launchers to 2 of them. This one's got a few of the lighter horse troops, with plenty of those forces do. This one could probably do with slightly less on that and more on this, because we definitely do see a lot of the light kind of horse archers floating around. So that strikes me as a fair representation of broadly what we ought to be seeing there. So 3 full stack armies, and we will of course also give them a bit of siege equipment, because let's assume that they've actually been besieging us for a while, and thus, you know, have brought like multiple rams and ladders and towers and what have you. Yep, every single army is in possession of 4 rams, 6 ladders, and 2 siege towers. So that's plenty of rams and ladders and siege towers for them. And also bear in mind there are multiple trebuchets on the field as well. So, oh, the performance is going to be absolutely terrible, but screw it, this is going to be marvellous. Actually, I tell you what, so far that's not doing so bad. So, welcome to the fight that actually never was. The fight that never was. And you'll see here, obviously, we do actually have, Mongols on all sides, and we've got ourselves a citadel here. So this force is going to be arriving through the gate that I came through when I attacked the French. And then we've got, tier 1, tier 2, and then finally up to tier 3. The only real chance I think they've got is if they could use their trebuchets to actually force a breach in the walls all the way up to tier 3, they could win this, which is entirely possible. They might be able to do that. The thing about a citadel is, because there needs to be 3 tiers, the tiers can be quite close together. So, like, you know, if you could just get a trebuchet into a safe spot here, it could blow a hole in this wall, blow a hole in this wall, and then straight away just come up here and blow a hole in this wall over here, and potentially create a breach, which is exactly what I did to France. There was a breach here, and then just knock down this gate, and that's your lot. The other thing we've got to keep in mind, of course, is, because there's 3 armies, they can be coming from multiple different directions. Like these guys, they need to come through this gate, but if they actually want to be using rams, after that point, they'll need to come round to here. And there's multiple gates on each tier, with the exception of the final tier, where there's only the 2. Up to that point, I think it's 3. There's 1 in each direction. Am I right saying that? No, actually, I think there's only... Are there only 2 on this tier as well? No, there's only 2 into the second tier and 2 into the third, but there's 3 down on the ground over here. You, and you. So what we need to keep in mind is we need to kind of put our troops into sensible positions here, which is we don't actually want to be committing too much to the first tier, because ultimately the second and the third tier is going to be where the match is won. But on the other hand, we don't want to basically just let them walk into the first tier, because there's a whole bunch of cannon towers that could actually be activating and keeping them busy, which is rather useful indeed. So this is probably where I'm going to start immediately using my Norse archers, because I kind of want this tower to be on, I want this tower to be on, I want this tower to be on, I want this tower to be on. But I don't want to be committing too much to any of this at all, because they are going to get into the first tier. That's fine. It's the second and third tiers that we actually start challenging them properly. So now we simply say, okay, same basic deal. The third and the fourth unit can basically just hang out here and keep those cannon towers on. And beyond that, we basically go over to, now we go over to this one. Though interestingly, these guys are kind of over here. I'm not sure where these guys are planning to go, but I wouldn't mind having all of these towers on as well, just in case. So I might actually have, if I can have this, I might just kind of, after this battle begins, I might have these guys move more into here to have this open, because I suspect, some of these towers are coming over to here. So we kind of want to eliminate as many towers and as much siege equipment as possible immediately. So these guys I'm going to group together. So those guys are in group 1, literally meaning for me, they're actually sitting down on tier 1. So we count them out immediately. What we want to do instead, to be honest, is now start having more guys up here activating all these extra bits and pieces. So, why isn't this activated? Okay, you're supposed to be over... I really feel like you should have activated that, but alright, fine, whatever. And these guys here, of course, can actually shoot down and support onto this wall. So you absolutely want these guys more around here. And you, fine. Though, actually, we're already running low on Norse archers. We're already running a bit worryingly low. But that's fine. There's only actually two ways in to this tier. So that's absolutely fine. The way is... Hang on. Where's the... There it is! No, it was around here somewhere. The thing is, what we also want to keep in mind is, though we want the archers around this sort of area, and yeah, kind of one of you around here and one of you around here, and just draw them a bit close together, what we actually also want is we want these towers on. Because these towers are useful for potentially keeping, like, you know, the cannon fire on these bastards during the time they're trying to move through this area into the next area. So these two guys are basically going to stay over here and keep the fire on over here. That's less of an issue over on this side because there's more distance between this gate and anywhere those guys are going after that point. Though potentially we might want to have, actually this is already on, so that's actually fine for the time being. We probably also want to have you coming over to, well, this is already on and they're going to be coming through. If they do come through this gate, then we probably want, yeah, more guys around here. These guys aren't really supposed to be fighting, but they can fight if need be. Their job is more basically just to keep these cannons on and keep a huge amount of fire on the town for anyone who's actually passing by. Now that leaves 3 dismounted Huskars who so far we haven't actually committed anywhere. So we're just going to basically have these guys up on these walls around here, and once again, just keep all of the towers and everything on. So whichever way they approach from, there are towers up and ready to go. And because we know they're going to be coming potentially, if they do manage to breach these gates from here, I'm going to keep my cavalry back here, ready to do a great big charge into them, to see if we can just get the final big important break here. That, I believe, is everyone. If that is everyone, there should be no one on the ground around over here. Nope. That's your lot. So in which case, oh bloody hell, let's see it begin. This is going to be marvellous. So, what are you guys going to do at this point? So, in we come to have some lovely... These guys are officially being marked as, this is army number 1. Right now, they are not moving. Okay, here we go. Okay, one of the armies moving. So I might take the AI just a little bit of time to figure out what it wants to do. And at this point, we have got ourselves, yeah, we've got some fire coming in from my Norse archers on this ram that starts at the front. And, oh, there's the cannon towers. So the cannon towers are indeed firing. The cannon towers are not firing, however, at, well, the ram's at 80% damage. So at one point, the cannon towers did decide to fire at the ram, but now they've decided against it, which is actually not, oh, there we are, good. Okay, that force has decided to break immediately, so... That's one ram that's now basically stuck over here. Oh, let's just follow the cannon towers. The cannon towers actually are a little bit on the not accurate side. But they caused some really serious morale penalties, so that's fine. Looks like, okay, this force over here decided it wanted to send its trebuchets in first. But the thing is, yeah, cannon towers have some really, really, really flipping long range on them. So, oh... There we go. You guys want to try and actually kind of sling at my walls. That's fine. I'm willing to basically take out your flipping trebuchets. So they want to basically break down a wall. But they're going to struggle to do it. They're probably going to be able to create a breach here, I would imagine. But that'll be fine. The frame rate is starting to give up at this point because now all 3 armies are on the move. Actually, that army isn't on the move. Oh, dear. Sorry, I didn't realise you guys were in that much trouble. How about you guys just... Never mind. How about you guys just stay exactly where you are? So the fireworks launcher is also just doing a little bit of damage over there. But my cannon towers are also... Ooh, almost managed to get a direct hit in on that thing over there. Marvellous. So the towers will go down pretty bloody quickly. But we're going to get one breach in right there. You can't stop that. The rocket launcher's doing good work. There's a guy who's now on fire. The frame rate is giving up. Okay, let's go back over to this side right now. So what's going on over here? So we got ourselves some guys on the walls there. So we got some Mongol infantry, and also another wall goes down over there. Fine. This is where this starts getting a little bit panicky, and why you shouldn't even really worry too much about the first tier. The first tier is too complicated, and yeah, there's too many battles happening simultaneously. So let's not worry about that at all. All we need to do is hold these guys still for the time being, and we're not even really worrying about any of this business. Round here. As long as the gates basically stay in our possession, which they will, these guys aren't going to be doing that much. We can basically just start shooting them down. So the cannon towers will do marvellous work, clearing out cavalry, just starting to slowly weaken these guys. Ooh, that was a whole bunch of guys that went down right there, I'm sure. And more people are... Those guys are already fleeing because they don't like the cannons. The cannons are causing trouble. Oh, dear. I think we're shooting our own walls. That cannon tower just hit this wall. Beautiful. So what have we got over here, by the way? We've got ourselves... These guys are now rushing forward. I assume they're rushing forward because their trebuchets are... Yeah, their trebuchets are boned. Their trebuchet's been destroyed. That one is too. So now they've basically given up on that plan. I'm pretty sure my cannon towers have potentially broken this farm. I'm so sorry, lads. And now we've got, yeah, that gate is still closed for the time being. Norse archers are now firing in over there. Beautiful. These guys, however, have actually managed to make their way in. So, we've got breach number 1 over here. But the thing is, now, what are these guys going to do at this point? They're basically now just standing between cannon towers and archers. So these guys are immediately starting to break and leave again. Because even though they've managed to make it in here, now they need to get through tier 2. To get through tier 2, they need to actually bring up rams. Or, indeed, bring up their ladders again. Now, technically, they do have both rams and ladders. But, yeah, that army has pretty much collapsed immediately. Because they are just under fire from cannons and everything else. So, that army on that side has pretty much naffed off. So, they are still climbing over there, though. Due respect to them. Things are going a bit better over here, however. They've managed to actually get over to this side with some Mongol foot archers and some Mongol infantry. So some ladders are making it up to the wall over here. This force, however, is looking a bit worse for wear. Though actually, this force is doing better. This force is good because this force has still got flipping tons of cavalry. The thing about cavalry, cavalry's got no way of actually opening gates. They finally got someone back on a ram, and the ram is actually going to make it to these gates. So it looks like... yeah, these guys are eager, they're fine, and that's not in cannon range anymore. So they're going to basically get this gate open. They're going to get this gate open, but until they actually manage to knock me off the walls, then for the moment at least... oh, there's some flipping Mongol foot archers. I don't know where you guys are firing. I'm assuming you guys are firing, like, over the top of the tower. Yeah, they're just basically doing loose shots at these guys, but until they manage to actually... oh, blimey. My own cannons are shooting those guys. Right, okay. So those guys are going to get those gates open. These guys never actually got a breach. In fact, they never actually got past 1% damage. Oh, they got up to 58% on this one, though. And, oh, blimey. That cannon tower just shot those guys. Beautiful. I think we also just took out one of their captains, which is marvellous. That ram is 80% damaged, and they're wavering. There's a lot of fire coming in, and a lot of flipping cannons as well. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So, they were trying to knock down this gate. Didn't work out for them, so these guys are just struggling to approach towards. I mean, I think you can just see the power of cannon towers and the Citadel. It's just marvellous, even though they're not the most accurate things in the world. Like, they've barely managed to infiltrate the flipping first tier of 3 tiers. Like, the second tier is not even remotely under threat at the moment. There's nothing approaching it that's even close to it. And this was a fair representation of what a full 3-stack Mongol army would look like. Here we go. This army's regrouped and is now back, but doesn't really know what it wants to do at this point. It's kind of firing up at these Norse archers who are kind of returning fire, and there are some cannon towers on, but it's got no real plan for getting through. Like, especially if they approach... ooh! That cannon tower is just causing mass breaks over here. That's the thing, like, the AI, when it gets put into narrow situations, especially over here, if it gets stuck between multiple towers over here, it just doesn't know what to do. This AI force, however, might do a little bit better. At this point, they've basically managed to push huge amounts of cavalry into the town. Except now, their cavalry is running straight into the cannons over here. So, they're being absolutely flipping boned. Oh my. Oh flipping my. This is just marvellous. So yeah, this is actually going, I'd say, pretty much perfectly. This is actually going really, really, really damn well. I mean, they might be doing a little bit better at the front door because, yeah, some Mongol infantry has actually made it upon the walls and it's actually taking out these Norse archers, which, supported by a bit of actual fire, these Norse archers aren't going to break. So they are going to successfully take the walls of the front door and turn off the cannons. But the nice thing about Citadel is, of course, just because you've turned off these cannons doesn't mean you've turned off these cannons. These cannons are still very, very much still firing. And these cavalry have absolutely no way to get deeper into the castle until they've actually taken down a wall. So what they really need to do is potentially bring up their trebuchets again. Though, actually, this was the one that didn't have the trebuchets. Oh, dear. Oh, look. Look at the giant pile of corpses. Yeah, and their siege tower never made it either. Yeah, they've got plenty of stuff climbing over here. They've got plenty of stuff climbing. Those Norse archers have broken, as of these ones. Fine. So, well done. The Mongols have indeed successfully managed to take Tier 1 at this point. They actually haven't managed to clear out these lads. They're at... yeah, they're still at 95, but the Mongol infantry will manage to kill them, probably. Albeit those guys are wavering because they're coming under occasional cannon fire from, I believe, one of these 2 towers, which is marvellous. The force over here just keeps basically running in and then breaking, so, oh, blimey. Just look at the pile of corpses there. Oh, that's marvellous. just from them trying to run in and just cannons on every flipping side. And now the Norse archers are taking them apart. Right, what is going on the far side over here? What's going on over here is... I don't know where they are. I assume they're all dead at this point. I think they've naffed off over in this direction. So that's fine. Some of them managed to make it up on towers over here, but are now breaking from extended cannon fire. There is a small force here, but the problem is the infantry is pretty much all gone. With the infantry all gone... Oh, the cannons. Oh, the cannons. It's beautiful. Yeah, they've taken these walls, but with the infantry either gone, fleeing, crippled, or stuck on the walls, now they've got no answer to tier 2. Like, we didn't even need citadels, to be honest. Like, I think flipping ballista towers on a fortress would have done just fine. But you know what? I think we don't need to actually watch the rest of this. I think we can actually see what was going on. But there is one more theoretical alternative universe I want to show you, which was what my plan was for Adana. So I've just reset this up, but this time I'm just going to be in a basic Northern European castle, just a standard castle, no cannon towers, no ballista towers, and no further walls to fall back on, just the basic stuff. And my plan, if you recall originally for that, was basically to have nothing but flipping Norse archers. Though I'm going to need to give myself some more money, apparently. Hang on. There we go, that's more like it. My plan was basically to have nothing but Norse archers and a tiny bit of just, you know, dismounted Huskarls just to make things up. Though, to be honest, I think it was more Norse archers than that. There we are. That was pretty much my plan. My plan was huge numbers of flipping archers. And once again, I've given the Mongols a kind of mixed armies, which I think fairly represent what we were taking on there. So 3 full stacks versus a single castle, no other backups, and nothing but Norse archers. Because this was going to be beautiful. This time, however, I've more fairly represented how the distribution of siege equipment would logically go, which is the main force has got all the rams and all the ladders and all the towers, whereas the reinforcing armies are just being pulled as reinforcements, so they actually don't have any ladders or towers of their own, which is broadly how it would have gone. The game's actually creating a fuss about that. Well, that's fine. Everyone can have just 1 ram then. But to be honest, if you guys were being pulled in as reinforcements, you wouldn't actually have anything of note. Just Team 1 would, as the force that's actually put the place under siege. So, how exactly, starting off in this tiny force, were we planning to win? Well, that was actually pretty simple, all things considered. We were simply going to put Norse archers on every single bit of wall. And you're probably thinking, well, okay, fine, that makes sense. I mean, that's a sensible place for them to actually be positioned, because if they're on every single bit of wall, then what's going to happen as a consequence is, you know, they're going to be able to shoot out and whatever. But how long are they going to be able to hold out like that? Well, that wasn't actually really the plan, to be perfectly honest. The plan was much flipping better than that. See, the fun thing about castles, even though they don't have the advantage of tiers, is Northern European castles are extremely small. Very compact indeed. So that creates an interesting thing that you can do here, which is, sure, these guys get to, like, you know, fire down at these guys and whatever, while they're just trying to vaguely bring up their armies and what have you, and that's lovely and convenient. But the thing is, they can also shoot into the city. A force that's standing on the walls here actually has range up to this point right here. A force that's standing on the walls here can shoot as far as this street over here. This force up top here can continue shooting all the way back over here too. My plan to take out the Mongols in Adana was basically to say I can't stop them knocking down the gates, I can't stop them getting inside, but once they do get inside, I can shoot them from literally every side forever. All I need to do is hold the plaza with just a handful of dismounted Huskarls, and actually, we should be AO flipping K. Though that does kind of, you know, rely on too many walls not being destroyed by trebuchets and firework launchers. Speaking of which, ooh, blimey, you guys have taken some knocks already, and the frame rate doesn't like it either. Right, okay. What's going on for this side? Is this the side that's got... Yeah, this side does actually have, yeah, trebuchets and whatever. So, some of you guys have taken a knock. I'm sorry about that. Could have seen that a bit earlier. In come all of the rockets and all of that. So, there'll soon be a breach there, but that's fine. I'm 100% fine with there being a breach there. It's not a problem. And they should have enough rams and whatever to knock down this gate. There's the first thing right over there. So that's presumably over on the right. Oh, and there's more over there as well. Fine. They've actually managed to knock down this one over here. Fine. So there's going to be a breach at the front door, and there's going to be a breach over on the right. That's how they're going to get in. And that's fine. I knew that was going to happen. I simply said, I don't care. Because if they knock down the walls and they get in that way, I'm 100% fine with that.
The enemy are through the walls. Fight on! The enemy must get no further!
Oh no, Mr. Narrator Man, the enemy must be allowed to get much further, because at this point, this is exactly where I want them. Like, I wasn't sure whether I could win this one, which is why I kind of wanted to show off this fight, even though it never actually happened. Oh, blimey. Oh, that wall is taking some damage. That wall is taking some damage. Marvellous. Hopefully it'll run out of ammunition first, though. If we lose these guys, it's not the end of the world. I'll put these guys over here just in... Never mind, I was a bit late on moving them. You guys just basically live there and also die there now. That's a shame. It's fine. It's all 100% fine. Now, the question is, are they going to try and take out more walls? Looks like it, yes. Up to 14%. You guys, get over here. Get off that wall if you can. That rocket launcher is not exactly in the best position. Also, the rockets are really weird. It doesn't matter, like, you know, they seem to always be orientated vertically. The effect is very odd. But I like the little kind of whoop sound effect. That's kind of cool. Right, are they bringing in a... Yes, they are bringing in a ram. Which works for me, I don't care. Like, again, they can just knock down this front gate and run inside. They're welcome to. At this point, we've killed 10% of the enemy are dead, purely to towers and archers and whatever. So, second breach coming in momentarily. In fact, actually, that's supposed to be damage 100%. So, there we go. It must have been 99.6 or something. It's finally down. Now, are they going to keep making breaches, or are they going to decide 2 breaches is enough? We're naffing off at this point. The answer is they might well decide to just basically keep firing until they're out of ammunition. It's not irregular for that to happen. Whatever they're doing, they need their trebuchets to move forward a spot, and you guys are still firing. There we are. So those guys are now firing down over here. Lots of damage being done to cavalry down over there. This ram is now going to knock down the gates. That's fine. And that wall is going to go down. Albeit it's such a stupid angle, they might keep hitting this building instead. So, there we are. That's up to 62%, but they want more breaches yet. This army, however, will probably charge inside as soon as the gates go down. And speaking of which, there we go. 94 up to 100%. So, gate open. This army will probably say, you know what? My ram got this gate open. I'm now going to charge inside. So, they are more than welcome to attempt to do that, because as they basically approach this spot over here, all these archers over here are going to come back online and start shooting into the centre of the town. So, yep, as we expected at this point, tons of bodyguards and whatever are now basically shown up over here, and these guys have already started firing again. So, oh, hello, we've got a break. That's just some Mongol foot archers who have broken immediately. Possibly they did not like the amount of fire they're under from every single flipping angle. And in comes some more stuff over here as well. Fine. So at this point it looks like armies... No, hang on. That's still the army that was from the left. This army is hanging back for the time being. They're just taking advantage of these extra breaches.
Fight on! The enemy must get no further!
Yet the enemy must be allowed to enter the town. It's fine, Mr. Narrator Man. Because now at this point, what they're sending in is they're sending in a huge amount of flipping cavalry. The cavalry is now going to try and charge up here. The bodyguard has gone up ahead and has absolutely charged into... Oh dear. I think the bodyguard's just got himself killed immediately. Yep, so that's one leader already down. Because, yeah, he basically got ahead and then got shot by an arrow, I think was what that was. Now, in comes some more cavalry. These guys are technically shaken at this exact moment in time. I know, by the way, in the real thing, like, obviously they'd have had a proper Mongol leader, so dread would have been really high. But that kind of wouldn't have an effect on this particular battle, because it's more about their resolve. And I would have also had a high dread leader, so it shouldn't make a huge amount of difference. So when we come, Mongol heavy lancers are coming in, but they're just going to be torn apart by all this up here, which is going to be beautiful. So they've already started breaking, and now these guys are going to do the same thing. The question is, are the dismounted Huskars going to be able to survive long enough? Because these guys will not break. They're on the plaza, but they are eventually going to lose their strength just to charge after charge after charge. So the Lancers have already been seen off a bit, but now these guys are trying to retreat in this direction, where these archers will now start shooting them instead. So, this army over here, at this point, has pretty much already been put to flight, I would say. There's, yeah, plenty of cavalry is now just being shot down. We just get down on the ground, you can see the amount of arrows just coming in on them, and there's just been a bit of a chain reaction. So, army number 1, broadly, has been neutralised. What's now coming in is going to be, yeah, we have an army over on this front, and we've got an army over here. Because the thing about this game is, these guys, the AI, they weren't clever enough to say, okay, I may have opened up a breach and I may have taken some walls, but I shouldn't actually send in my cavalry until I'm confident we've cleared, like, everything off all the walls. Basically, as soon as there were sufficient breaches, the AI just moved in and started moving towards the plaza, trying to hack at anything that was in its way. So the fact that there are still, like, archers over here, and some heavy infantry on the plaza, enough to hold out, they just do not care. Now, my only real problem is, I might actually run out of ammunition. Also, who are you guys? These guys over here, technically, haven't actually managed to do anything yet. Because, yeah, so far, they haven't actually tried to push through. And these guys probably aren't going to be that useful, to be honest. These guys should probably move to a more sensible position, but let's not worry about it for the time being. Let's wait for the army at the front door to decide to make its move. Because sooner or later, it'll run out of ammunition, and they'll decide to move in. Because, are you even still firing? You claim to still be firing. I'm not sure what you're actually firing on. So, even though absolutely the Mongols have a huge advantage here, we've done a good job of clearing out the first of the 3 armies. Oh, I see. They're just using up their remaining ammunition, taking out towers. Gotcha. Right, let's speed up time a bit until they basically decide to send forward the next of their main armies. Because sooner or later, they will actually advance. And the third army that's kind of routing and then recovering and then routing again is kind of actually doing a bit of a favour for the other 2 armies. Because they're drawing fire. They're just slowly draining my ammunition. So this might actually work to their advantage. This might be how the Mongols win. Basically, fleeing guys acted as target practice too much. Still, it feels like that's now pretty much come to an end. Those guys have definitely naffed off at this point. So now we're just waiting for the other 2 armies to make a decision that they've done enough damage to the walls to actually move in. In fact, yeah, I think I know exactly what I need to do, which is before they decide to do that, I need to move the relatively untouched lads over here. So you and you, oh blimey, you and you, so those 2 lads now need to be moved into better positions. So 3rd and 4th across need to basically be moved over to, yeah, here and here. So you guys basically move out over there. This group is firing. This group's firing because the trebuchets have actually now moved into range rather stupidly. But that's fine. What are you guys even trying to take out right now? Hang on. What are you aiming at? Let's just follow that cannon there. They're trying to take out the tower that's not even on, that's right by the plaza. Alright, fair enough. Oh, I'm seeing movement over on this side. I think this side has either run out of ammunition or potentially, yeah, its trebuchets are now under sufficient fire. They've decided they want to try and come in. So, hopefully, this is good enough timing. Oh dear. This might be bad timing. Those Norse archers are still on the move. So, the Mongol horse archers, well, on the plus side, you guys have got ammo, right? You guys have got... Well, technically, you guys are fighting. You guys have got ammunition. You guys have got ammunition. So now, basically, these guys can be fired upon. And there's still at least 1 tower active. Now, we just need... Yeah, you guys need to basically get past this area as quickly as flipping possible. Where's the other guy? Oh, the other guy's significantly further back. And also, weirdly, stuck. Where are you going? And also, where's the rest of your men? Right, okay. They're just stuck over here, which is kind of odd. Well, if you're stuck over here, would you mind? Can you guys actually... Right, get back up on the walls. Like, right now, it's too dangerous for you to move forward. So, if we're lucky... No. No. Okay, skirmish mode off, 'cause it's screwing you up. Get on the walls over here, because right now we got trouble. Who else could move round? You've got ammunition. You move round over here. You do not have ammunition. You just stay where you are then. You guys, and you guys, you don't have ammo. You guys are probably better served just kind of skirting round to over here-ish. And you guys, yeah, get up there, fine. Okay. Archers with ammunition are now moving up onto the walls. The problem is we are literally running out of ammo. What's going on to these guys? You guys are you guys actually up there? Right, screw it. Stop and fire. Stop and fire. The towers and you combined should be able to take out those heavy archers. There's already starting to be some breaks over here, but not that much yet. These guys are not thrilled. But now there's an awful lot of cavalry trying to push their way into the plaza. They're shaken, though. Some of them are kind of veering between shaken and steady. We don't have enough fire on them right now, which is a concern. Did you guys come down off the walls? Why would you have done that? Now, unfortunately, this is where it's starting to go a bit wrong. We've managed to clear out 1 army. I need to send my general in for a charge, because he might be able to do something. If I can just trigger 1 break, I might be able to trigger a mass rout. Shaken. Oh dear. Oh flipping dear. Not so much. That charge did nothing. Right, you fall back. Dismounted Huskarls, get over there and hit those guys. So army number 2, good old army number 2 is coming in right now. Keep that tower firing.
Our general lies slain upon the
Oh
battlefield.
dear, the general's dead, but that's fine. Oh, when I say that's fine, it's not so fine. Is anyone else ready to start firing at this point? Right, some of you guys are ready to start firing. So at this point, there should be supporting fire coming from the walls onto the plaza. And until these guys have basically been wiped out to the last man, this will continue. There are some breaks happening. All right, some of those are my breaks. Some of those are my breaks that came from stupid angles. Right, okay, so it's not all 100% good news, but that's a break from them. That's a break. Okay, it's working. The plan is still working. It's not done yet, alright? It's not over until the fat lady has been skewered by arrows from multiple directions. The towers are coming in. The fire is coming in. Everything is coming in from every single flipping angle. It's a thing of beauty. You guys need to, you know what, just stop. Stop and fire. It's fine. You've got some shots at these guys over here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. If need be, my general. Actually, my general's already dead. I may as well commit him. It's not like he's going to die more at this point. So you guys get over there. If you can get some lancers down, do. But bare minimum, hopefully we can scare some of these guys. Shaken, shaken, steady. Okay. So, these guys around here, that's infantry. Over here, there's still some stuff over here, but they don't really know what they're doing. Yeah, it looks to me like the army on the left is pretty much screwed, but the army at the front is probably still going to win, unfortunately. Who's still got ammunition? You do. You've got loads of ammunition. So do you. Marvellous. And you presumably are just firing down at this point. Yes, you are. And it looks like, I think we've managed to do it. I think we've almost cleared the plaza. We've almost cleared the plaza. Get around the back of these guys. That's bodyguard wavering.
The enemy general
And enemy general goes down. Right, that should be the end of the second army pretty much. So, yeah, lovely. And now it's all collapsing. Get over here. Hit these Mongol infantry. Time to chase the second of the 3 armies out of this city. The city is now smouldering. Half its towers are dead. There's like 7 or 8 breaches in the flipping walls. These guys are wavering. Shaken. Come on, come on, come on. Get them to break. Get them to flipping break. Let's chase all the infantry out of here. No, they're shaken, not breaking right now, but they're starting to go down, wavering. And behind them, it's Mongol foot archers. So those guys can be chased out really easily. What about the force at the front door? They are still not advancing. Ridiculously, they're still not advancing. Okay, possibly because... Okay, there's trebuchet, like, literally right at the front door. I don't even know what it's aiming at, but it's there. And looks to me like lots of stuff is starting to break apart here. These Mongol infantry are breaking apart. There's flipping heavy archers. No, it's all gone. It's all flipping gone. Oh, that's marvellous. Right, we've managed to halt. How many dismounted Huskarls are left? About like 50 across 2 units. So it's not all good news. And one of them I think has been completely wiped out. But at bare minimum, we can chase these guys out of the city. Fine. So, that is you guys all chased out over here. Let's just send my general around. Nope, those guys are broken automatically. Fine, that's it. We've actually cleared the city of non-routing enemy units. Get back on the plaza. This ain't over yet. This was my plan for Adana, and it's actually working slightly better than I was thinking. I thought I'd be able to take out one army and then be taken out by the second, but it would still be flipping worth it. It would still be very cost efficient. But no, actually, we've pretty much screwed up 2 armies at this point. We've lost 33% of ours and 58% of them. But, yeah, the 33% of us, or rather the 66% that's still alive, those guys are pretty much out of ammo. So, okay. Who's actually got ammunition? At this point, these guys are over there. Okay, I need you guys to come over here and join up on the wall. You guys need to come over here. You guys need to be over here. You guys are already over here. That's fine. Anyone that's still got ammo now needs to basically abandon this side. Actually, you guys stay here just to keep an eye because they'll probably be back. So let's just keep 1 unit here just in case. So those guys can stay over there. And then these forces... Oh, you poor bastards. You poor bastards, you've been shelled a lot, haven't you? Oh, in it comes! In comes the final army. Right, this is the point where I actually figure out whether the Adana plan could genuinely have worked against 3 full-stack armies. Whether a basic castle with nothing but basic Norse archers could actually have held out. The answer's no, but I'd like to think it might actually be yes. So we've got archers with some ammunition still up on the walls over here. Not much, but it'll do. And Mongol horse archers are the guys coming in first, which ain't exactly a good idea for the Mongols, but whatever. And we come... Ooh, I noticed that before, the nice little kind of vines over there. Those guys just heading over there, they're not even bothering with the plaza. They're already shaken, they don't like this one little bit, that's beautiful. So what else have we got over here? We got, yeah, more guys who are shaken. We've got... Why are you flashing yellow? I mean, like, that's a really useful indication. Hey, I'm currently shaken and potentially, you know, in trouble, but I've never seen that before. Is that just in custom battle? I don't play custom battles very much. I mostly just play the campaign. I like the campaign in Total War games. I generally don't play custom battles at all. But if that is true, that would be useful in the campaign. That's a really useful thing. I mean, there is a kind of a similar thing in the more modern Total Wars. But yeah, that's actually pretty bloody useful. Right, okay. So that also kind of been noticed. The chapel here. This is all the graveyard space we've got. We're going to need a bigger graveyard. Now, what's going on over here? Which is we've got... Oh dear. The Mongol infantry's coming. The Mongol infantry's coming. There's also... Oh, the flipping Khan's Guard heavy cavalry. I gave one of them an actual Khan's Guard here. They're getting involved. They might actually be able to wipe these guys out, unfortunately. More Mongol horse archers are just shaken for the time being. The archers are doing what they can, but I don't know if it's going to be enough at this point. All of you, yeah, just keep firing. Fire at literally anything. The Khan's Guard is actually down to 52 and backing off by the looks of things. What are you guys shooting at over there? Do you actually have a shot at anything right now? Well, you're firing at something. I'd like you to be firing over here, please. Oh, dear. Yeah, it comes. This is the final army. It's pretty much all here at this point. And, okay, you guys are just naffing off for some reason. Marvellous. Yeah, at this point, this is pretty much it. Everything that's left is either climbing towers and... actually, that's helping them out. Because while they're climbing the towers, the Norse archers will probably win, but it's stopping the Norse archers firing their arrows, meaning these guys can probably push their way onto the plaza in the meantime. Oh, we've actually taken out the Khan. Okay. Come on, guys, seriously. Come on, seriously, we might be able to do this. This is ridiculous, but it might actually work. Right, you guys are at this point apparently out of ammunition. So get down over there and just start attacking these guys. You still have some ammo, so just keep firing. Keep firing over there. Anyone that doesn't have ammo right now, like anyone over here that doesn't have ammo. Hang on, who doesn't have ammo over here? You don't have ammo, but you're actually fighting. You're fighting guys who are coming up on ladders, I'm assuming. Yeah, but that's fine because they're already broken. So in which case, basically you get down over here and help these guys out. Who else is on this wall that doesn't currently have ammunition? We've just... you don't. Fine. Those guys have also broken. Right, get down onto the heavy archers. They're wavering. Just start hitting them with, like, your knives or whatever. We've actually managed to break... Oh, my goodness, we've actually cleared the plaza. The plaza is clear. Oh, my goodness. Could this stupid plan actually be about to work? That'd be amazing. Right, okay, come on. We can do this. We can flipping do this. This is incredible. These guys are still firing. Those guys have just naffed off over there. I don't even know why they've naffed off over there, but they have. Do you guys still have ammo? Yes, you actually do. How about you? You've still got some ammunition as well. They've abandoned the plaza to come and try and hunt these guys. Those guys finally broke, and now are presumably going to try and make it to the plaza themselves, I guess. Shoot at these guys if you've got a shot. Now, what have we got? I tell you what, I've still got 11 in the bodyguard, and those guys are technically wavering. And I've got troops coming down, so I'm just going to basically send the remnants of the general's bodyguard over in this direction. These guys are going to make it to the plaza. Oh, they actually have. They've just broken. They've just broken en masse. Chop them down. Chop down the Mongol bastards. Oh, yes. Oh, flipping, yes. Oh, this is going way better than I anticipated. Excellent. Again, I can't guarantee it would actually have played out this way because effects from generals and morale, bonuses and penalties are kind of a lot more complicated in the campaign compared to the rest of it. So, okay, you know what? Anyone who doesn't have ammo anymore, fall back to the plaza. Fall back to the flipping plaza, alright? If you don't have ammo, fall back. Because you might be more use on the plaza at this point. New plan, everyone. Now at this point, the Norse archers are going to be defending the flipping plaza. So all of you over here, you guys probably are not much help otherwise. What are you guys doing, by the way? Do you still have ammo? You don't have ammo. Get down there. No, actually, you don't need to be down there. Right, you two guys, also, get over to the plaza. At this point, we're now changing the flipping tactics. Anything that's still alive on the Mongol side now has to fight their way past all the Norse archers in the world. And these are Norse archers on the plaza who physically cannot break. Also, my general's bodyguard's just like way over here at this point. I don't even know why. Right, get back onto the plaza, you. You're probably more used there. Also, why are you not running over here? Seriously, I just told you to do that. You... Oh, it's because you're on flipping skirmish mode, I bet. None of you should be on skirmish mode. Oh, just look at the piles of corpses along the streets here. There's so many ridiculous deaths. Right, all of you, back onto the plaza right now. Every single last one of you. I mean, at this point, it just feels like, yeah, there's a kind of tiny handful of troops over at the front, but most of the army is just over here, determined to take out the Norse archers up on the top here. These guys have... Okay, you guys should probably be firing, to be honest. Why don't you just basically stand up there and fire down at these guys? 'Cause I feel like that'd be more useful. Right, there you go. That's much better. Just fire down on these guys and start clearing them out. Nice. Okay, so you've cleared out all of these, lads. Beautiful. Stop there. Keep firing. Do you guys have ammo as well? Or are you stuck? Yeah, you're actually staying there as well. Fine. So you managed to chase off some of these bastards. They're determined to clear out the walls. Is anything on the plaza right now? No, just all of the Norse archers have run out of ammunition. So those guys are technically... Right, okay. Just send my general out to go and clear them out. And see if we can just basically... They've broken. Next up... And tragically, I think my general might be about to be wiped out there. No, he's been driven back with 5 remaining. So I've still got 5 men. I've got 5 horses on the field. But they've now been lured into, yeah, flipping Norse Archer Central. And they've decided they don't like living in Norse Archer Central. Norse Archer Central is a terrifying place. So... We've also managed to, I think, chase these guys. Okay, we've chased them off the walls. There's still, yeah, Norse archers here and Norse archers here. So they cannot take the walls, even though they've been trying to with ladders. Let's just send you guys down over here to see if you guys can actually help out. Because I'm exhausted, but I'm exhausted and shaken. They, however, are presumably exhausted and wavering. So, advantage me. I think we might actually have victory in the bag here. At this point, everything that ever approaches the plaza just ends up breaking purely on grounds of number of enemy units. The morale penalties for that are too flipping strict. So, okay. Sure, they're managing to break a few bits and pieces around here, but they're wavering too. They're flipping wavering too. I think we've seen off one unit of... No, Mongol infantry is backing off and it's shaken, but just refusing to engage. But it can't really penetrate the city. The only chance they've got right now is if they can get enough missile troops close by to the plaza, just basically pelt me to death, because I'm pretty much out of ammo. You've still got ammo. Right, okay. So we've got something that can help out on that front. And speak of the devil, incoming 20 horse archers. And you can shoot them right the flip now. Marvellous. And those guys immediately flipping break and start being torn apart. Nice. So it says 20. I don't believe it. I think you've just lost some strength. Yeah, 16, 15. That's more like it. And these guys are now coming up as well. There's more heavy archers coming in. But again, what are you going to do at this point? How are you going to deal with all of this? You're wavering. I'm just going to send my general's remaining bodyguard charging forward. And they break immediately. And we managed to take out a couple of them too. Bloody hell. Right, I'm just going to send my 4 generals units, the remaining bodyguards. The general's long dead. I'm going to send them charging into this here Mongol infantry force. So if I can just, come on lads, get your lancers down. Get your lancers down here. Lancers down. Oh, they've broken. They've broken purely because there's some stuff vaguely nearby to them. 4 horses might be about to win this battle. The Battle of Adana would have been won. I think we've done it. Okay, this side's collapsed. Oh, there's still some stuff, though. Right, send the 4 lads. The general is now up to gold flipping experience. Not going to do him any good. He's about to, you know, cease to exist after this battle was over, in theory. But actually, we would have done it. We would actually have won the Battle of Adana. Just look at it. Look at the bloody piles of corpses. And the hilarious thing is, because mostly we've just sacrificed ammunition, we haven't actually been engaged in hand-to-hand combat, we've still got flipping 40% of our army standing. Versus 90% of theirs already dead. Oh, it's just lovely. Just flipping lovely. Right, you guys, get over here. You guys, get over here. Let's see if we can just break these guys. Because if we can just get these guys out, I think that's actually all enemies cleared from the city streets. We've actually managed to win this. Come on. Break. Break, you bastards. Break, you stupid bastards. In comes some cavalry. Yeah, you don't like cavalry? Cavalry's terrible. Oh, yes. Mass break. Right, you guys, just chase them all down. Chase them all the hell down. Get them out the way. I think we've won. I mean, at this point, it's just a case of basically sending my 4 horses over to the remaining artillery teams and just breaking them. Because that's literally all they've got at this point. Oh my goodness, the stupid Adana plan would actually have worked.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Narrator Man. I quite frankly agree at this point. Right, let's speed this up here. I'm just sending my 4 horses out. Can my 4 horses cause a break? And sadly not. These guys still think they can win, damn it. Right, there's break number 1. And then straight over here to break number 2. And tragically, no. With 1 guy remaining, my bodyguard has split. So we might actually be stuck in a situation a bit like we had with the Moors, where, unfortunately, we literally don't actually have enough strength left. Everyone's so exhausted, they can't actually win. But neither can we lose. Wait, hang on, are you moving? Right, there's forces moving over here. Right, everyone just kind of draw up at the front door here. We need to basically go out all together and clear out the last of them. I want to see victory, damn it. Okay, here we go. Isolated force number 1, the rocket launcher teams. Like, at this point, this has got to be enough troops. You guys are happy, right? Yeah, you're shaken, but you should be okay. Because there's loads of support. Right, routing. And then just change your target, please. Routing. Okay, good. Now we just move over here. We've got it. We've 100% got this. Screw it. Like, everyone at this point, everyone apart from some really damaged guys, just get over here and just attack these guys. Norse archers together. All of you, go! And in we come for the final charge. Come on, you guys. Break. Break, you stupid bastards. Broken immediately. Move it straight on. Keep it going while they're nice and close by. You, get over here. Close the flipping trap. The Norse archers are coming for revenge, you stupid bastards. You shouldn't have come to Adana. Right, we got a break. And we got another break. Just keep going through at this point. Everyone just keep going. Keep going. Don't let them get away. Alright, do not let them get away. Right, these guys are now just running. I think they might be withdrawing. No. These guys aren't withdrawing at least.
The enemy army runs.
It does indeed. And for some reason, these guys decided to go and hide in the corner. But I think they might actually be withdrawing from battle. Which is odd, because it's a custom battle, so you think that, like, you know, stand and fight until such time as they were actually willing to, like, you know, die. Because there's not much point withdrawing in a custom battle, because there's literally no aftermath. But, okay, I think as soon as these 2 guys actually cross the line, that should be immediately afterwards. Well, actually, there's something over here. There's something over flipping here. Right, you guys, get out of the battlefield. Give me that victory screen. Not quite. Oh, yes! Oh, my goodness. A single castle with no bliss towers and no cannon towers not only managed to beat 3 full stacks accurately recreated of Mongols, the Adana plan would have worked. Captain Burislav would actually have had 1,000 men surviving at the end of it. Oh, that's incredible. But ladies and gentlemen, I'd say that's enough for now. We have seen the end of the Mongols, and we have seen some really cool alternate universe fights that I'm sad I couldn't bring you in the actual campaign. But we got to see them now, so isn't that the important thing? Next time, however, yeah, we're actually straight back into the real campaign, because now we've got a whole new challenge, which is we are going to have citadels where plague is ravaging our garrisons, but the flipping Byzantines are coming in with 3.5 full stacks. So, some more big battles to take care of, together with the Moors in Spain, and then, well, we're getting very close to a couple of other big historical events that might just open up a whole new theatre for the Danes to invade. Would that not just be marvellous? All that's coming very soon indeed, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd. This has been Medieval 2 Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye. No, sadly, I cannot be the Santa Claus of murder tonight. So apparently, even though this thing is... Oh, no, no, you can't. No, you most certainly can't. Okay. Is that the symbol meaning I'm about to pull her over? Yep, there we are. There we... Oh! I feel like she didn't necessarily survive that. No, she's very dead.